And Lord knows how much I love black women. But sadly, I don't even believe in the Lord. So that just went out the window. So I'm going to just tell you a story about one black female that I've dealt with. And I wasn't even dating her. I just found her in a Walmart while I was stealing. So there was one day, I was just at Walmart doing my daily theft, taking tags off of other items and put it on the item that I want so I could be cheaper. So while I was doing that, there was some lady that said she noticed me on Facebook. And she asked me if I was a life coach because she wanted, she needed counseling. So I'm like, all right, I can help out and all that. And I don't charge people for just helping or talking at all. Like, unless you pretty much are part of this organization that I'm in. But outside of that, I was like, all right, like, just let me know what's going on. You can hit me up since you already have my Facebook. And then we was out. Next thing you know, she hit me up on Facebook like 20 minutes later, talking about like, oh, I'm going through certain stuff with school, such and such, whatever. So I started talking to her about that. Next thing you know, she asked me to come over my house. And I'm looking like, first off, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. So I told her, first off, any female that come to my house around 11 o'clock to whenever, or 9 o'clock to whenever, I'm going to smash. If that's the correct term. But the sad part, she like Tasmanian devil, so I wasn't even gonna try to have her in the house anyway. But outside of that, I told her that, and then she was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm not gonna bother you. I just wanted to come over just to talk and hang out." So I was like, "No, I'm going to want to smash. As ugly as you are, I'm going to want to smash. Simply because if I see a butt crack, it's over." I mean, so like all that went past. Next thing you know, the next day she hit me up saying like, "Oh, can we meet up at the Battery?" So I was like, "All right, cool. Like, when you want to do it, the only time I'm off is on Saturday." So she agreed with it. Next thing you know, Saturday came up. Of course, I'm always on time. The other person's always late. So luckily the Battery was beautiful. So I just was watching the water, watching the sun, like the people play at the park and all that. In the moment when she came, she told me to get in the car. So like me, I was new. At the time I was new in South Carolina, so I wasn't really sure about what was going on in that area. Like, and maybe she wanted to take me on a tour and all that. So I was like, all right, whatever. I got into the car. Next thing you know, she sped off. Hit 2 cars. So I'm sitting here like on the passenger seat, like, yo, what's going on? Like, yo, slow down, slow down. Her response was, shut the fuck up. And I'm looking like, yo, I am about to die. Like, either I try to kill her while she's driving and then it crash and hit 4 other cars, or I have to jump out this motherfucker and probably die anyway because I was near the water, I was near cars. So either way you put it, it would have been a bad day for me. Well, it was already a bad day, but it would have been a lot worse. So I just had to hold on, like boom, watching the car speed, curve, and all that. So next thing you know, she stopped at this chicken wing spot. I don't even know like how she really got there because it was so chaotic to a point where I wasn't even focused on where we was going. I was focusing on surviving and praying and pretty much just hoping. So next thing you know, like, she said she wants some chicken wings. Like, out of all that, she stopped and said that she wanted some chicken wings. So I was like, yo, like, let's just get out the car. Let's just calm down. put this on everything. I was still calm. After like I survived, I was still calm. I was alright. So I was like, yo, let's get out of here. Maybe you have to, maybe you are going through certain stuff or whatever. But let's just hope this is like the only time that this happened. So she got out the car. And it's weird. I didn't see how she was dressed while she was in the car because I was so focused on not dying. But when she got out the car, all of her ass was out. No panties, just a mini skirt, and the skirt was up to her stomach. And mind you, she don't have no ass. So it was like, it looked like it was two camel toes in the front and the back. So like later on, I was like, yo, I am going to have to walk home. I cannot deal with this person at all. Now I'm seeing the camel toes, I'm seeing like the car crashes, I'm seeing all this stuff. And this is all in the matter of 1 hour. All in the matter of 1 hour. So later on, like of course, my dumb ass went to go get some wings with this lady. So she started talking about how she wanted to be with me and all that. Mind you, we only talked like twice over the phone. Now she's talking about she wanted to be with me such and such. She wanted to go with me to my friend party and all that. And for one, I was gonna tell her, bitch, no. But I was more polite and I was saying, hey lady, for one, your vagina's out. Well, both of your vaginas are out. So I can't really bring you around my friends when your body is like that. So I told her, like, hey, look, your body is exposing itself. Your eyelash is falling off. Your wig is tilted to the side like T.I. hat back in 2005. Like, I'm not going to tolerate that and bring you around my friends, for one, because we're not dating. 2, this is supposed to be a life coaching session. 3, I don't even like you. 4, you're ugly as hell. 5, you're shaped like the Tasmanian devil or Wendy Williams, whichever one you want to claim. 6, you're crazy as all hell. So, I mean, I can go up to 10, but that's beside the point. So when I told her no, like I'm good, like you're exposing your body, I can't really like bring you to my friend's house with that. No, that was the most polite thing I could say. She FaceTimed her friends saying, oh, this is the cheating ass bitch. This is a cheating ass dog right here. He probably got a little dick. And I'm looking like, and I'm sitting here, whatever, just like looking like an asshole because I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what's going on, or none of that. And I don't want to make no false moves because it seems like this is like a wild animal at this point. So she's sitting there talking to her friends. Be like, this lying ass, little dick ass dog. I'm looking like, yo, are you fucking serious? And I heard the friend saying like, oh, you should dump his ass. You should dump his ass. Like, I'm not even dating the lady. I just went to have a life coaching session and get some damn wings. Now it's a whole relationship that I'm cheating on? I don't get it. So next thing you know, this is going to be a long story. So next thing you know, I tried to give her a hug or whatever. I was like, yo, calm down. Like, it's okay. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I know if I lash out, and knowing she's acting this way right now, ain't no telling what else she's capable of. And if she's capable of doing a lot more damage, and I'm gonna have to fight back, I know that I have something to lose. So if I fight back and certain stuff happen at that moment, and then I get locked up or I get stabbed or I get shot at, whatever the situation is, all the stuff that I'm working on will be thrown away. So I had to keep my calm because I didn't know what was going on. So I gave her a hug while she was on the phone, cussing me out and all that. I was saying like, yo, calm down. Her dumb ass gonna open up her legs and tell her to eat me out. Mind you, this is a place where there's kids. there's kids here. Matter of fact, the kid, like, there was like little white kids or whatever sitting right next to us. So that made it even worse. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go outside. Like, I don't know, like I said, I don't know where I'm at. Like, the battery was far away from, like, me or whatever. And I parked the car by the battery. So I don't know exactly what's going on or whatever, but I just had to figure out a way out of this situation. So her dumbass, oh my gosh, this is a horrible day. Her dumbass came outside, ass all out, just starting to, like, trying to square up with me. Like, and I'm looking like, yo, like, and I'm sitting here, like, about to slap box with this lady, vagina swinging, her ass cheeks swinging and all that. And while she's doing all this shit and all that, I'm looking like, yo, like, this is the worst scene ever. Picture like a buff, like me right here or whatever, like trying to dodge this little ass lady or whatever, wear her ass out. And we just sitting here like circling around, squaring off and shit while people like on the cameras fucking taking pictures and shit. So I'm looking like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, sitting here dodging hits and shit. Like, so now it's gonna come to, like, it came to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm walking. Like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm walking the fuck off. So she tried to drag me back into the car. So I was like, yo, leave me alone. I'm done. So later on, she got the hint. She said, you bitch ass nigga, I'm gonna drive off. So she drove off. And this was around 4:00 p.m. I got back to my car at 12:00 a.m. I was heated. I walked for 8 something hours. Like, mind you, like Uber, like I ain't even worried about it, honestly. But like, I was just pissed. So like, me walking, like, was just cooling me off. Like, I legit walked for 8 hours. It's no lie, no front, like, no exaggerating. It was like 8 hours, or probably even more. Cause I know I missed my friend's party. I know I missed the church thing that my sister had going on. I missed all that. So next thing you know, I finally got back to my car. As soon as I got back to my car, she called me up saying, oh, they want to take me to jail. Like, they calling the cops on me because I tried to beat up somebody at the bonfire. I'm looking like, yo, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's over. Like, leave me alone. It's over. Like, the date is over. I am just trying to get the fuck home. So she was like, oh, you ain't shit, nigga, such and such. At this point, I didn't even give a damn. I wanted to cuss her out. I wanted to call her a bunch of names. But at this point, man, I know that she was a crazy person. And the wise words of DMX, you got to trust a snake to be a snake. You got to trust idiot to be an idiot. You got to trust a tard to be a tard. So at this moment, I looked at her as like an idiot tard. An ugly idiot tard. So if I stoop that low, knowing that I have standards, knowing that I have a lot of stuff going on, I have to look at her like she's a child. So I'm not going to sit there and fight back with this child or whatever. So now I'm going to go back into that level of that child. So I don't have no time for that. So later on, I was like, you know what? I hung up. Boom. Man, the next day, she called me up. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I was drunk. At this point, I ain't even care. I was like, it's all good, whatever. And I hung up the phone. I kept it short. She kept texting me. She kept calling me up. She kept texting me. She kept calling me up. And I answered the phone too. Like, I mean, like, sometimes whatever, like, if I'm in a good mood, I'd be like, hey, yo, hey, how you doing, such and such. Yeah, boom, boom. So she kept asking to see me. And I was scared. I was scared of this lady. I was terrified of her. So whenever she did ask me to hang out, I make up some sort of excuse like, oh, I gotta work, or I got my family thing going on, or I don't feel that well, or I'm going through certain stuff and all that. And it was all working until she just got fed up with me making excuses. And now she's saying like, oh, you need to spend some time with me or whatever. And I'm looking like, yo, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, you don't have nothing else going on in your life? But I've been thinking, as ugly as she is, this is the closest that she ever got to a man. So I can feel that. But outside of that, man, leave me the hell alone, because you're close to looking like a man. So if I actually wanted to square off with you, there's a valid reason, because if you wear... Okay, she looks a little bit like Wendy Williams. And a lot of people thought Wendy Williams was a dude. So if somebody thought Wendy Williams is a dude, or somebody that looked like Wendy Williams is a dude, and he make that excuse, he could possibly get away with it. Not with everybody, but there would be a slim chance. But I was at this moment. I was thinking like, yo, I can play it off and act like I thought that she was a man. But even though I already saw both of her vaginas, so I kind of knew. But I really just did want to square off with it, because at this point I was fed up. So I just kept saying no, and all that. But one time I was in Walmart. I was in Mount Scorner and Walmart. She called me up again. And mind you, I didn't even live in Mount Scorner. She called me up again. I answered the phone. And she said, oh, when are we gonna hang out? I said, look, I'm busy. I can't do anything right now. And she said, oh, don't make me catch you out in Walmart in Mount Scorner and come after your ass. And I'm looking like, yo, that was a weird coincidence. Because even the Walmart that I went to when I met her, that was somewhere in Charleston. Nowhere in Mount Scorner. So how does she know, or how does she just randomly come up with this Walmart in Mount Scorner while I was there? So after that, I just stole my stuff or whatever and just left. I was like, yo, I can't even deal with that shit. So next thing you know, she hit me up again. And at this point, I kind of like let it go. I wasn't answering. I wasn't doing anything like that. But she kept calling me and leaving voicemails of her masturbating. And like, I think it was like 40 messages masturbating. And then she looked up my mother's obituary to see who my family was. And then she hit me up on somebody, like, I think it was a Text Now phone number, to let me know, hey, look, I know who your brother is, I know who your sister is and all that. Like, I wanted to see if they could talk to me since you don't want to talk to me and all that. I'm looking like, yo, now you've reached the level where I do want to harm you. Because now you're targeting my family. And you actually looked up my mother's obituary to figure out who my family was. Now, like, I was pretty much done. I wanted to fight this lady. Or man, or whatever the cat was. It is what it is, man. Like I said, I knew it was a female because I seen the two vaginas, but outside of that, I ain't even worried about all that. I just wanted to fight the motherfucker. So, later on, I blocked all that. The Text Now number. She called from another number saying that she was her brother. Mind you, she don't even have a brother. She said that she was her brother, and she was talking about how she's gonna kill me. Well, how the brother's gonna kill me. And I'm looking like, now it's a death. All this came from her meeting me at Walmart and wanted to be life coach. Now I'm getting her imaginary brother threatening to shoot. like the whole obituary situation, to find out what my family is, the whole me being the cheater, the whole two vaginas being shown at the restaurant where there's a bunch of kids, the whole car accident situation. Like, all this stuff was wow off, and this was the worst experience I had with the black female. What was even worse, after all this stuff happened, because she tried to get like her, I guess her ex-boyfriend to beat me up, but I don't know how to, like that's all beside the point. Fuck them too. But after that, after all that stuff happened, and she's still masturbating, she's still changing the phone number, masturbating over the phone and all that, calling me from unknown phone numbers, still masturbating, to the point where I think I had like 135 voicemails. Like, and I had to erase all of them, but like it just kept coming over and over and over again. And then the last thing she did was she sent me like a what you call it? To find out like that somebody's pregnant or whatever. She said she pulled up the doctor report saying that she's pregnant. Like, see, like, now I'm gonna sue you for child support. That's what she was talking about. I'm gonna sue you for child support or whatever, since you don't want to take care of your kid. Mind you, I never even had sex with this lady. She wasn't even pregnant. She just wanted to, look, I don't know anymore. It is what it is. The fact that she wasn't pregnant, she ain't had no kid, she wanted a DNA test from somebody that didn't even have sex with her. This explains my life when it comes to black women, because I could not do anything about that situation. Because if I stoop to that level, her friend's gonna be against me, my career was gonna be against me, and I'm gonna go against everything that happened. And my dumb ass should have called the cops, but what am I gonna say? Like she, I mean, I guess I can say she's stalking me and all that, but still, man, I'm just not used to calling the cops and all that, so I just let it ride. But that's just some dumb shit, man. This is like my experience with black women. This is a random topic that I thought about, and I just wanted to say it on my blog. So welcome to Zen's Blog Talk. Random shit, huh?